There are birthdays, and then there are birthdays that inspire people around the world to come together and do something meaningful. This week, supporters celebrating the birthdays of Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet achieved something truly remarkable. What started as a fundraising campaign with a goal of $20,000 didn't just reach the target, it sailed right past it. At the time of this recording, the fundraiser has raised more than $23,000, with 447 donations contributing to the effort. Think about that for a moment. 447 individual acts of kindness. 447 people deciding that a birthday celebration could become something bigger than social media posts, headlines, or endless royal commentary. Instead of arguing online, they donated. Instead of complaining, they contributed. Instead of focusing on negativity, they chose generosity. In a world where outrage is often treated like a competitive sport, that is actually pretty refreshing. The fundraiser, titled Planting Seeds of Hope, supports Kaboom, an organization dedicated to helping create safe places for children to play and thrive. And honestly, what could be a more fitting tribute to Archie and Lilibet than helping other children? While some people spend entire afternoons analyzing photographs pixel by pixel and inventing conspiracies that would make a detective novelist blush, hundreds of supporters quietly came together and helped raise real money for real children. That contrast is difficult to ignore. One group is busy building playgrounds, the other group is busy building outrage. Only one of those things leaves a lasting legacy. The campaign itself carried a simple but powerful message: planting seeds of hope. Not seeds of division, not seeds of resentment, not seeds of endless online feuds. Hope. The kind of hope that creates opportunities for children, the kind of hope that strengthens communities, the kind of hope that reminds people that collective action can still accomplish meaningful things. And the response has been incredible. Crossing the $20,000 mark was already an impressive achievement. Surpassing it by several $1,000s demonstrates something even bigger. It shows that the Sussex community remains highly engaged and highly motivated when it comes to charitable causes. For years, critics have tried to paint Sussex supporters as little more than online fans. But moments like this tell a different story. This isn't just posting comments. This isn't just liking pictures. This isn't just sharing articles. This is tangible action. Money raised, children helped, community supported, results that can actually be measured. That is what makes this story significant. Because at the end of the day, impact matters. The amount raised matters. The lives affected matter. The children who will benefit matter. Everything else is just noise. And there is certainly no shortage of noise. Every time Harry and Meghan make headlines, there seems to be an entire industry ready to dissect every detail. If Meghan wears a bracelet, it becomes a news story. If Harry attends an event, it becomes a news story. If they release a photograph, it becomes a week-long debate. If they don't release a photograph, it somehow becomes an even bigger debate. Humanity has achieved many technological wonders, yet somehow adults still spend hours arguing about family photos of people they've never met. A fascinating use of civilization's resources. Meanwhile, supporters celebrating Archie and Lilibet's birthdays were busy doing something far more productive. They were helping raise money for children, and that deserves recognition. What is especially noteworthy is the sheer number of donations. 447 gifts. That means this wasn't driven by a handful of large donors. It was a community effort, people contributing what they could. Small donations, medium donations, large donations, everyone playing a role. That is often how meaningful change happens, not through one giant gesture, but through hundreds of smaller acts of generosity adding up to something extraordinary. A single donation may seem modest. Hundreds of donations become a movement, and movements are built by people who decide to participate. That is exactly what happened here. The fundraiser became larger than a birthday celebration. It became a demonstration of community, a demonstration of compassion, a demonstration of what can happen when people unite around a positive goal. The success of this campaign also reflects something that many observers continue to underestimate: the enduring global support for Harry, Meghan, Archie, and Lilibet. For years, critics have confidently predicted that public interest would disappear. Then they predicted support would disappear. Then they predicted influence would disappear. Then they predicted irrelevance would disappear. Those predictions have aged about as well as milk left on a dashboard during a heat wave. Because every year, evidence continues to suggest otherwise. Whether through charitable initiatives, public engagements, media projects, business ventures, or community campaigns, interest remains strong. This fundraiser is another example. People don't donate because they are indifferent. People donate because they care. People donate because they feel connected to a cause. People donate because they believe they are contributing to something worthwhile. And that is exactly what happened here. The fundraiser transformed birthday celebrations into opportunities for giving. It transformed admiration into action. It transformed goodwill into measurable results. More than $23,000 worth of results. That number represents real impact. It represents resources that can help children access safe and enriching environments. It represents opportunities that may not have existed otherwise. It represents hope. And hope matters, especially in times when negativity often dominates headlines. One reason the story resonates is because it reminds people that positive news still exists. Not every headline has to involve conflict. Not every conversation has to involve criticism. Not every story has to revolve around controversy. Sometimes a story can simply be about people helping people. Imagine that, a concept so revolutionary that it occasionally confuses the modern media ecosystem. Yet here we are. A birthday fundraiser exceeding its goal. Hundreds of donors participating, children benefiting from the outcome. That sounds like good news to me. The campaign's success also highlights the importance of grassroots efforts. Large institutions often receive attention because of their size. Grassroots campaigns often receive attention because of their heart. People see a meaningful cause. They contribute. They share. They encourage others. Momentum grows. The community expands. The goal gets closer. Then suddenly the target is reached. And then exceeded. That journey is what makes campaigns like this so inspiring. Every donation tells a story. Every contribution reflects a decision. Every participant becomes part of a larger collective achievement. No single person raised $23,000. A community did. That distinction matters because communities have power. Communities can create change. Communities can accomplish things that individuals cannot achieve alone. And this campaign is proof of that. As supporters celebrate Archie and Lilibet's birthdays, they now have another reason to celebrate: the success of a charitable effort that has already exceeded expectations. The success of a campaign rooted in generosity. The success of a movement focused on helping children. And perhaps that is the most fitting birthday gift of all. Not gifts wrapped in paper, not extravagant displays, but opportunities created for other children. Opportunities funded through collective kindness. Opportunities made possible because people decided to care. As the total continues to climb beyond $23,000, one thing is clear. The goal may have been $20,000, but the impact extends far beyond a number on a fundraising page. Because the true achievement isn't just the amount raised, it's what that amount represents. Compassion, community, hope. And a reminder that when people come together with a positive purpose, remarkable things can happen. What makes this achievement even more impressive is the timing. We're living in an era where people are constantly being told that communities are more divided than ever. Every day there seems to be a new controversy, a new argument, a new reason for people to retreat into their own corners of the internet and throw digital tomatoes at each other. Yet campaigns like this prove that another reality exists alongside all that noise. People still want to help. People still want to contribute. People still want to participate in something bigger than themselves. And perhaps most importantly, people still believe that small acts of kindness matter. The fundraiser wasn't backed by a giant corporation. It wasn't powered by a massive advertising campaign. There weren't television commercials running every hour. There wasn't a multi-million-dollar marketing budget behind it. Instead, it spread because people believed in the mission. One person shared it, then another, then another. A friend told a friend. A supporter encouraged another supporter. The campaign gained momentum the old-fashioned way, through genuine enthusiasm. In a world obsessed with algorithms, that remains one of the most powerful forces there is. There is also something symbolic about supporters choosing a children's charity to celebrate Archie and Lilibet's birthdays. Children represent possibility. Children represent optimism. Children represent the future. Every playground built, every safe recreational space created, every community strengthened through organizations like Kaboom becomes an investment in that future. When children have safe places to play, they gain more than entertainment. They gain confidence. They gain friendships. They gain opportunities to learn cooperation, creativity, and resilience. Those things may sound simple, but they can shape entire lives. That is why projects like these matter. A playground isn't just a playground. It's a gathering place. It's a community hub. It's a place where memories are created. It's a place where children discover confidence in themselves and connection with others. That impact can last for years, sometimes decades, and that makes every dollar donated meaningful. The fundraiser also highlights something that supporters frequently emphasize about Harry and Meghan's public journey: service. Whether people agree or disagree with every decision they have made, one consistent theme throughout their charitable work has been community engagement. The idea that public platforms can be used to spotlight causes, the idea that visibility can be leveraged to encourage participation, the idea that influence carries responsibility. Campaigns like this reflect those values. Supporters aren't simply celebrating birthdays, they're extending those celebrations outward. They're turning private milestones into opportunities for public good. That transformation is worth recognizing. Imagine being one of the children who eventually benefits from projects supported by these donations. That child may never know the names of every donor. They may never see the fundraising page. They may never hear the discussions surrounding the campaign. What they will experience is something much simpler: a place to play, a place to laugh, a place to run, a place to imagine, a place to be a kid. Sometimes the most meaningful outcomes are also the simplest. Adults often overcomplicate everything. We turn straightforward ideas into endless debates. Children tend to understand things more clearly. A safe playground is a good thing. A stronger community is a good thing. Helping others is a good thing. There really isn't much controversy in that. The number 447 may seem like a statistic, but behind every one of those donations is a person, someone who decided to participate, someone who decided to contribute, someone who chose generosity over indifference. So congratulations to every single person who donated. Congratulations to everyone who shared the campaign. Congratulations to everyone who helped spread the word. And most importantly, happy birthday to Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet. Their birthdays inspired a movement that is already making a difference. Not a bad legacy for two young children whose celebrations have helped bring thousands of dollars towards supporting children and communities in need. While others argue, speculate, and complain, this community chose action. And action, as it turns out, is much harder to ignore than noise. Happy Friday, and I will see you in the next video.